The salt-laced wind whipped through Kofi's hair as he hauled his net onto the shore in a vibrant coastal village in West Africa where the golden sands kissed the azure waves and the lush greenery framed the horizon. The village of Abena, nestled between the sea, hummed with the rhythm of the waves. Children chased crabs along the sand, their laughter echoing against the cliffs. Old women, their faces etched with the wisdom of the sea, gathered around a fire, their voices weaving tales of spirits and the unseen world. The villagers, deeply connected to the ocean, revered it not just as a source of sustenance, but as a realm inhabited by spirits. Among these spirits was Mami Wata, an enchanting water goddess whose beauty and power were woven into the fabric of their folklore. Kofi, a humble man of sea-birth fishermen, was known for his kind heart and adventurous spirit. Each day, he cast his nets into the shimmering waters. His life was a simple one: rise with the dawn, mend nets, cast his line, and return with the catch. Yet, a yearning for something more, a whisper of the unknown, lingered beneath the surface of his contentment. He had heard the legends of Mami Wata, the serpent woman of the deep, her beauty said to be more dazzling than the sun, her power to both bless and curse, her dual nature, both a giver of blessings and a vengeful spirit to those who disrespected her. These tales were dismissed as childhood fantasies. One night, under the full moon and the sky ablazed with 1,000 stars, Kofi set out to fish and ventured further out than usual. The sea shimmered with an unusual glow that night, drawing him closer. The moon, a silver disk on the inky water, cast long, dancing shadows. As he cast his net, a strange shimmer caught his eye. It was as if the sea itself were breathing, pulsating with an ethereal light. Slowly, cautiously, he paddled closer. And then he noticed an ethereal figure emerging from the depths, a woman with long flowing hair that danced like seaweed in the current. Her mesmerizing eyes sparkled like jewels, and her serpentine tail glimmered under the moonlight. He had seen her. Emerging from the depths, like a dream-given form, was a creature of unparalleled beauty. Her skin shimmered like mother of pearl. Her hair, a cascade of emerald green, trailed behind her like seaweed. Eyes like polished jade held his gaze, ancient and knowing. A serpentine tail, scales glinting like jewels, undulated beneath the surface. Mami Wata. Kofi's heart raced as he gazed upon Mami Wata, entranced by her beauty. She smiled at him, a knowing smile that held centuries of secrets.
You are not afraid?
Her voice, a melody of wind chimes, echoed across the water. Kofi, finding his voice, stammered,
"No, Mami Wata, I am awestruck."
Surprised. I am not what you expect, fisherman.
She said, her voice like soft waves caressing the shore. Kofi could hardly speak. He was lost in her presence. And so began their unlikely conversations. Mami Wata, a creature of ancient magic, revealed her dual nature. She was a force of nature, both benevolent and capricious. She could grant bountiful harvests, heal the sick, and calm the fiercest storms. But she could also unleash her wrath upon those who disrespected her domain, those who sought to exploit her power for selfish gain. Their conversations flowed like water, easy and natural. Kofi, captivated by her wisdom and the raw power that emanated from her, found himself drawn deeper and deeper into her world. He learned of the ebb and flow of the tides, the secrets whispered by the coral reefs, the songs of the whales. He learned to respect the ocean, not as a mere source of sustenance, but as a living entity, a force of nature to be revered and protected. She warned him one evening as they sat on a rock overlooking the sea.
You must tread carefully. Human desires can lead to ruin, if not respected.
Kofi felt a deep connection with her. She was not just a spirit, but a being with emotions and dreams. As days turned into weeks, their bond deepened. Kofi would bring offerings to the shore, shells and woven baskets filled with fruits, to honor her presence. In return, Mami Wata shared stories of her underwater kingdom, filled with vibrant coral gardens and schools of fish that danced to melodies only she could hear. However, their love was not without challenges. Their idyllic existence was threatened. Whispers of Mami Wata's presence spread through the village, igniting a fever of greed. Some saw her as a source of untold wealth, a magical talisman to be captured and exploited. Others, blinded by fear, saw her as a malevolent spirit, a harbinger of doom. Some villagers became envious. Others saw an opportunity to exploit her powers for wealth. They approached Kofi with temptations, gold coins and promises of fortune if he would bring them closer to Mami Wata. Kofi faced internal turmoil as he battled their allure against his growing love for Mami Wata. The tension reached its peak when one fateful day another villager attempted to capture Mami Wata's beauty for himself. Driven by greed and jealousy, he set out on a boat armed with nets, charms meant to bind her to him and a group of men. Emboldened by greed and fueled by rum, they cast a net of iron, hoping to ensnare her, to cage her beauty for their own gain. Mami Wata, enraged, unleashed a fury no one had never witnessed. The sea, once calm and serene, erupted in a tempest of wind and water. Waves crashed against the shore. Kofi witnessed this tragic event unfold from afar. His heart sank as he realized what was at stake. In a moment of desperation, Mami Wata summoned a storm from the depths, a swirling tempest that roared with fury at the audacity of mortals who dared disrespect her realm. Kofi watched in horror as waves crashed violently against the boat, while lightning illuminated Mami Wata's furious form beneath the surface. Kofi shouted into the chaos as he rushed toward her, fighting against wind and rain. In that moment of chaos, Kofi made his choice clear. He would fight not only for his love but also for respect toward nature's spirits. He plunged into the tumultuous waters, swimming toward Mami Wata amidst swirling currents that threatened to pull him under. As he drew near, Mami Wata's eyes softened when she saw his determination.
Kofi, you risk everything.
I would rather face your wrath than lose you.
They will not learn, Kofi. Their greed will consume them.
Then let us leave them.
Come with me. I will show you a world beyond this. A world where they cannot find you.
Kofi hesitated, his gaze drawn to the ravaged village, to the faces of the people he had once considered his own. Finally, with a sigh that echoed through the storm, he nodded. Together, they confronted those who threatened their bond, the storm raging around them, symbolizing their struggle against greed and disrespect for nature's power. In an awe-inspiring display of unity between human courage and divine strength, they stood against those who sought to exploit Mami Wata's gifts. As the storm subsided, leaving behind a trail of destruction, Kofi and Mami Wata disappeared beneath the waves, their love story a legend whispered on the wind, a reminder of the power of nature and the price of unchecked desire. The villagers, humbled and forever changed by the events of that night, learned to respect the sea and its inhabitants. They learned to live in harmony with nature, to cherish the delicate balance between human needs and the sacredness of the natural world. And though Kofi was gone, his name was forever intertwined with the legends of Mami Wata, a testament to the enduring power of love and the enduring mystery of the deep.